Everyone talks about summer like it's supposed to be carefree. But if this season brings up money stress, body stress, family stress, or social stress, that's real too. Growth therapy can help with that. Whether it's your first time in therapy or your 50th, Grow makes it easier to find a therapist who fits you, not the other way around. They connect you with thousands of independent licensed therapists across the U.S., offering both virtual and in-person visits, nights and weekends. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. And if something comes up, you can cancel up to 24 hours in advance at no cost. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Grow accepts over 100 insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/booknow to get started. That's growtherapy.com/booknow. growtherapy.com/booknow. Availability and coverage by state and insurance plan.
Well, hello, and welcome back to The Real Dish. I'm your hostess with a Moses, Chef Maria, and today's episode is part of our Fit Foodie February series. We're diving into what I like to call cooking up confidence and vitality. But before we get into recipes and the meat of this, I want to set the stage with some eye-opening statistics that highlight why now more than ever, we really need to pay attention to what we eat. So recent studies show that only about 10% of Americans meet the daily recommended intake of fruits and vegetables. And to add to that, the CDC estimates that nearly 1 in 5 adults struggles with chronic stress. Yeah, stress. Low energy and mood fluctuations, and those can often be linked to poor nutrition. I mean, think about the ultra-processed diet that most people are on. So research published in reputable journals suggests that individuals who switch to nutrient-rich diets can experience improvements in mood and cognitive function by as much as 30%. Yes, we are what we eat. So if we're eating crap, guess what? Yeah. And so diets high in processed foods have been associated with a doubling in the risk of developing depressive symptoms, not to mention all the other horrible side effects of an ultra-processed diet. So what do these numbers mean for you and me? Well, simply put, the food we eat plays a crucial role in not just our physical health, but also our mental well-being. When we nourish our bodies with whole natural ingredients, we're not only fueling our muscles, but also powering our minds with the confidence and vitality we need to tackle everyday challenges. So today we're going to explore practical strategies, share delicious recipes, and even chat with an expert to help you harness the power of nutrition for a more vibrant, confident life. So whether you're a seasoned home cook or just starting your journey, this episode is packed with insights to get you inspired. So let's dive in. Now, setting the table for confidence and vitality. We often talk about nutrition in terms of physical health, but what about mental well-being? You know, when I became a brain health coach in 2024, it really became evident to me that our well-being is directly linked to our lifestyle. So confidence and vitality really start on our plates, not just in our minds. And think about it, when you eat nutrient-dense foods, you're fueling your body and setting the stage for mental clarity and emotional balance. I mean, consider this. Studies show that diets rich in vegetables, fruits, lean protein, and healthy fats can boost energy levels and improve mood. Well, of course they do, because they're fueling your body. They're giving your cells and your fatty tissue in your brain what it needs to function. So, some research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has found that those who follow a Mediterranean-style diet, which has been proven over and over again to be the healthiest diet, with up to a 30% lower risk of depression. So this isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about building a lifestyle that empowers you with confidence from the inside out. And when our meals are balanced and rich in nutrients and blood sugar stays steady, really critical here, We're reducing mood swings. We're getting our gut healthy with probiotic-rich foods like yogurt and, veggies and fermented foods. And it communicates with our brain to support a more positive mood. That's our little brain, our gut. So we gotta keep it fed right, and we gotta keep our bugs happy. So in short, every mindful bite you take is an investment in your well-being, and that is something that's going to pay dividends in your health. Now, today we're going to break down how you can cook up this confidence and vitality starting right in your kitchen. This next section is all about the science of superfoods and mood. So let's talk about that science behind these benefits. Nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon and chia and hemp seeds support brain health. B vitamins, especially B6 and B12, are crucial for energy metabolism and mood regulation. And don't forget antioxidants. These help protect your cells from stress and damage, keeping you feeling energetic and vibrant. I remember a few years ago when a friend of mine switched from a diet heavy in processed foods to one rich in whole natural ingredients. They were just telling me how different they felt, how amazed they were, how much more energetic they were, how their mood improved. And they really just thought that, well, they were getting older. So that kind of goes with the territory, right? You get older and you feel more run down. Well, that's just not the case. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the inputs. So one of my go-to recipes, and it's in my book, it's a really vibrant quinoa salad loaded with colorful veggies, avocado, and a really lovely lemon tahini dressing, kind of a nod to my Middle Eastern Mediterranean upbringing. And every bite of that is just a reminder to make a positive investment in yourself. And that's what my friend was telling me. She was following the recipes in my book and she couldn't believe what a big difference it had made on every aspect of her life. And consequently, she was doing better in her relationships, at her job, just managing stress, so many different things. So how does food influence our mood? Here's the quick rundown. It helps to balance blood sugar, and we are really after blood sugar stabilization, and that is going to create homeostasis in your body. Because when your body has to work harder to balance out your blood sugar, the spikes and the dips, it's working harder when it doesn't need to. So when you're balancing your meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber at every single meal, it helps to keep your energy stable and reduce mood swings. Now, also nutrient density. So it's not just about calories and, just like making sure you're getting your macros. We really want foods that are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And these help to lower stress levels and boost overall brain health. I like to say, when you see the colors of the rainbow on your plate, that's when you know you're eating dense, and that's a good thing. So don't count the calories, count the colors. And then gut-brain connection. I can't overemphasize how important your gut health is. Your healthy gut supports not only your immunity, but your mood. So get really rich with probiotic foods like yogurt and kefir, and fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut, pickled vegetables. These can all significantly improve your gut flora, which is closely tied to your mental well-being. And if you've been following me for any period of time, you know I'm all about the raw apple cider vinegar. It is a super easy way to keep your gut bacteria diverse. And apples, by the way, are the most diverse, the most diverse probiotic-rich foods you can eat in one neat little package. And that is why the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, is, something that we've known for ages. So remember, cooking isn't just about following a recipe. It's really about crafting a lifestyle that radiates these habits from the inside out. And that, my friends, is going to give you the confidence to go out and crush your goals. So now that we've set the stage and understood some of the science, let's get our hands on in the kitchen. And I want to share this concept that I created called the convertible meal. And it's really about using similar ingredients to create meals that can go the distance for you. So whether it's taking those and creating a power bowl, or turning them into a wrap, or making a salad or stuffed vegetables or a baked dish, you're using a lot of the same ingredients, so you're not having to reinvent the proverbial wheel every time. But the convertible meal just flexes with your lifestyle. And a lot of these are really meal prep types of foods. So this dish is all about the color, because I am all about eating the rainbow. Fresh local ingredients and a great balance of macronutrients to keep you feeling energized and ready to conquer your day. And the vibrant color, by the way, is going to give you those micronutrients, those real nutrient-dense ingredients. So here's an example of how you can take these and turn them into a power bowl. You take a base like a mix of cooked quinoa. You can do black forbidden rice, which is rich in anthocyanins, a really special class of antioxidants. You can do farro. You could do, amaranth. You could do any kind of ancient grain, spelt, something like that. And I love to add greens. The more greens, the better. So get your baby spinach in there. Get some kale. Get some arugula. Add that to your base of your hearty grain or quinoa. Quinoa is actually a seed. And then you're going to add your protein. So you can do grilled chicken breast or turkey, or salmon is one of my favorites. You can do whitefish like cod is a wonderful source of protein that's really low in fat and low calorie. You can do mahi-mahi. You can do tempeh, which is a great option if you're looking for a vegan or vegetarian option. Get your beans in there. We just want to make sure we've got a good source of protein. And then you're going to add your veggies. So get some roasted sweet potatoes, yams. I love the Japanese Murakami style sweet potatoes. They're just like nature's candy. They're so good. You can do steamed broccoli. You can do sliced bell peppers. My mouth is watering right now, by the way. You can do cauliflower, just an assortment of color. And then for your healthy fat, get your avocado, your extra virgin olive oil, your hemp seeds, your chia seeds. Chia seeds go with savory too. I know we're used to hearing chia seeds with pudding, but you can add seeds. You can add some nuts. I love, macadamia nuts are wonderful. You can do pistachios are one of my favorites. I'm a big hazelnut fan. Just get creative with your fat sources. And then you can load up on the superfood. Oh, walnuts. I can't forget the walnuts. They look like a little brain, so they're great for your brain. And then get your superfood extras. And let me just take this opportunity to plug Superfood Sprinkle. It is a unique spice blend that I created with 13 different superfoods and spices to really help add an amazing flavor to your foods while adding just unbelievable over 300 phytonutrients. So the secret ingredient there is black cumin. It's also got black and white sesame seeds, turmeric, 3 different kinds of good for you mushroom. That's great for your brain health. That's reishi and lion's mane and chaga mushroom, and so many other ingredients. So you can just sprinkle your superfood sprinkle onto your bowl and then make my delicious lemon tahini dressing. It is going to be the one that you make on repeat, and I've got the full recipe in the show notes. So, the great thing about this is you can cook all of these different ingredients in advance and then make an assortment of different meals, not just this bowl, but you can turn it into a stuffed dish. I like to take peppers and take all these ingredients and literally stuff the peppers, pour over a beautiful marinara and bake that in the oven, sprinkle a little, feta or goat cheese, and that makes a wonderful baked dish. You can load up on more greens and turn that into a salad. You can throw everything into a wrap if you're on the go. A lot of the time, we're on the go or heading from one meeting to another or traveling. If you want to throw it into a nice wrap, you can do that. But you're going to, prepare your base, cook off the quinoa. I love to add a little concentrated broth to that to add tons of flavor. Cook off your proteins, get your meats grilled, your tempeh marinated and broiled. Whatever you're cooking off, you can do that in advance. Then you're going to roast. Your best thing to do with sweet potatoes is roast them. I like to just drizzle them with olive oil, turn the oven up to 450 and roast those for about 25 minutes until tender. You can steam your broccoli or you can throw those into the air fryer. I like to air fry those with just a dash of coconut aminos and the superfood sprinkle. And then you're just going to assemble and toss them with that lemon tahini dressing. And what I love to do for my superfood toppings is I'll just have little containers ready to go. So I'll have my chia seeds, I'll have my nuts, I'll have, sometimes I'll do crispy chickpeas, which those are in the book too. I'll have all of those in containers and then just sprinkle them on whenever I need to. So that's how versatile it is to do convertible meals. You basically don't really need a recipe other than my delicious dressing recipe. Everything is just kind of like meal prep that you can do on repeat, just same process over and over again, but it makes for meals that you can depend on. And I just, want you to feel that confidence when you get into the kitchen. It's such a great time right now in February to reimagine the role food plays in our daily lives. And that's why I created Fit Foodie February. It's really for us to think about how we can nourish our bodies with whole nutrient-rich foods. Think about it. If you're depriving your body and your brain from real nutrients and you're just kind of like either not getting enough calories or getting poor quality calories or just quite frankly eating, too much FWC, which is an acronym for filled with crap, you're depriving your body of the mental resilience that it needs to keep you feeling good physically, help you with your self-esteem, help you to handle stress. I mean, I hate to break it to you, and this is your big sis here, but stress is not going to go away. It's how we handle it. So the more we arm ourselves, the better we can handle things like, that thing we didn't see coming with, grace and just breathing through it, right? Because our adrenal glands aren't just worn out. It's almost as though food choices set the tone for our day. I mean, what advice would you think, somebody coming to you, let me just frame this up for you. Somebody feels overwhelmed and just like can't handle it. Would the first thing you ask them be like, what did you eat today? That's what I do. And I'm telling you, I'm going to say 99% of the time, it's somebody didn't eat enough, or somebody's just been binging on sugar, or somebody has decided, especially my midlife babes, you've decided that fasting is the way to go. And I'm going to break it to you. Fasting does not work for most women in midlife because our cortisol levels are different. And you need to eat. I'm just saying, you need to eat, especially if you feel lightheaded, you feel like you get irritable, you need to eat in the morning. So get something in. And, this is the great thing about this. You don't have to be a chef. You don't have to be a chef to cook quinoa. You can even buy pre-made quinoa in the store. You don't need to be a chef to bake off some chicken breasts or broil some salmon. These are things that can be easily done. So I'm just telling you, these small changes add up to a big impact over time on both your energy levels and your self-confidence. And just one step. I always say one healthy step is one healthy choice toward a more vibrant you. And that, my friend, is something that you are so worth. Pick from the original Chef's Kiss or hot stuff for a little spicy kick. And all you're gonna do is sprinkle a little bit over your plate. Whether it's takeout or food that you're making at home, a little sprinkle goes a long way. Smells and tastes amazing. So let's put this into actionable steps before we wrap up here. Here are 3 actionable tips to help you cook up that confidence and vitality every day. Number 1 is plan your plate. Just spend a few minutes on a Sunday or a Monday planning what you're going to make for the week. I mean, just getting a few dishes like the ingredients we talked about, maybe making my chia seed pudding in the book or an overnight oatmeal, just even making sure you've just got the ingredients in your refrigerator is really important. And if you always think about like your goal is to get around 20 to 25 grams of protein in each meal, you can plan around that with lots of colors from the rainbow, and you pretty much got your game plan. You can also consult my meal prep program. I have a great meal prep app that is easy to use, that's customizable for you. All you have to do is visit chefmareya.com and you'll get a link. You can also find the link in the show notes. And that's going to give you everything you need to get healthy meals on the table. Number 2 is mindful eating. I just really want to encourage you to put down the electronics, slow down, and savor the bites. When you chew slowly, not only are you helping digestion, and digestion is important to nutrient absorption, you're going to notice flavors, textures, and aromas in your food. And this mindfulness can also boost your mood. So when you start to taste your food and you really start to enjoy it, I promise you, it's going to help you really appreciate the nourishment that you're giving your body. It's like your cells are doing a happy dance instantaneously. And, I'm just going to say it. When you make your food, you put your intention into it. You put your love into it. It's very different than just going through a drive-through or getting food delivered to you when you don't know what's gone into it. You don't know if the ingredients are well-sourced or, if there's inflammatory ingredients in there. When you source everything, it's good for you. So it's part of that mindfulness that is so important. And, look, there's not a lot of things that we have to do to survive, but eating is one of them. So it should be a priority, right? And then number 3 is experiment in the kitchen. I want you to try one new healthy recipe per week, and I'm here to help you. I've got great recipes on both chefmareya.com, in the app, and by the way, in my book. And I just want you to embrace the creative process. It's not often that we get to be creative. We used to be creative when we were kids, and creativity is what fueled our imagination. And I just want to give you license to take it back in the kitchen, because it's not only about eating well, but discovering what makes you feel energized and alive. So with that, I want to kick off a 28-day confidence challenge. For 28 days of February, every day we're going to try a new ingredient or recipe that gets you excited. Sometimes it's just going to the farmer's market or the grocery store and seeing something and saying, I've never tried that. Let me see what I can make with that. And if you're not sure what to do, just DM me at Chef Mareya on Instagram or Facebook, and I'd be happy to give you some tips. But if you share your creations on social media, tag me at Chef Mareya and hashtag Fit Foodie February. We'll be featuring some of your stories and recipes in upcoming episodes and on our website. So let's inspire each other to lead healthier, more confident, lives one delicious bite and meal at a time. Sound good? So let's wrap it up. I really hope you're feeling inspired to cook up some confidence and vitality in your own kitchen. And if you enjoyed today's episode, would you hit the subscribe button? It's my virtual tip jar. Leave a 5-star review and share this podcast with your friends and family, because when we do better and we know better, we get better, and we got to lift everybody up around us, right? Sharing is caring. So don't forget to join the conversation on social media with hashtag Fit Foodie February. And until next time, remember that every healthy choice is an investment in your bank account. And it's a step toward your best life, because when you're confident, you can live vibrantly. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal health advice. We are not responsible for any losses, damages, or liabilities that may arise from the use of this podcast. This podcast is not intended to replace professional medical advice, and the views expressed in this podcast may not be those of the host or the management. Hey, it's Chef Maria, and thank you so much for tuning into The Real Dish. It means a lot to me that you're here. I hope today's episode has inspired you to take some proactive steps towards a healthier and happier you. Because just remember, bite-sized changes can lead to big transformations. But before you go, would you do me a big favor? If you found value in this episode, would you share it with 2 of your closest friends and hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode? And if you really want to make this girl's day, would you leave a 5-star review? I do hear an angel gets its wings every time you do that. But really, this helps us spread the message of real life wellness to even more listeners. And everybody could use a healthy portion of that, right? Now, until next time, remember, you are the chef of your own kitchen. So feed your life well, make good decisions, prioritize your well-being, and remember, you need to take care of you, because we only get one of you, and you are a gift to everyone around you. So until next week, this is Chef Maria signing off. And just remember, we're here to cook up a good time every single week. We'll see you soon.